Hi, in this video today, I would like to show you how to install SQL Server 2022 on Windows 11. So now, let's get started. Firstly, you open browser and type in the SQL Server 2022. You click on the first result, the SQL Server 2022 on the Microsoft website, and then you click on the Try Now button here. And because for now I want to install the SQL Server on my Windows PC, so I will select the option SQL Server on premise download button. And then the system will direct me to a child page. I have to provide some the information to do registration for child version. So now I will provide some information here. Click on download now button. Yeah. And then the system will direct me to the download page. Here, I will go ahead to click on the execution file here, the 64-bit edition. Let's click on this. And by default, this one will be supported for the English only at this time. And below, you can see some more information. If you want to read some more information about the newer version of the SQL Server 2022 at this time, so you can go through all of the item here to understand it. So now I will go ahead to click on the download button here. So now I have the SQL Server 2022 evaluation file has been downloaded. Let's click on this one to set up the files on my Windows PC. So I will select the first option for the basic, accept, install. Yeah. So firstly, we need to download some the necessary files from the internet to the Windows PC. And then after all necessary file download to the Windows PC, we will start to trigger the installation step to install the SQL Server 2022 on the Windows PC. So now let's wait for the downloading process to complete. Yeah. So now the downloading process has been completed and we will start to trigger the installation step. Yeah. So now the instance of SQL Server 2022 has been set up completed on the Windows PC. The next step, I will install the management tool. I will scroll it down here to download the SQL Server Management Studio tool here. Click on this one. This one is the graphic user interface, which will be support the user to easy interact with the SQL database. So now the setup file for SQL Server Management Studio tool has been completed. Let's click on this file to install the tool on the Windows PC. Yeah. So let's keep the location by default and click on install button. Yeah. So now the installation for the Management Studio tool has been completed. Click on close button. Also close this one. Let me open the Management Studio tool on my Windows PC. Yeah. So this one is the SQL Server Management Studio tool we have just installed successfully on my Windows PC. So here, let's keep this one by default and click on the connect button. So here you can see we can access into the instance of the SQL Server on my Windows PC by using the Windows authentication mode. Yeah, I can see some the database and some other security, server objective, and other option here in the content tree of the objective browser. So here, let me disconnect this one and try to open the connect again. And here in the authentication, we are using the Windows authentication mode to access into the instance of the SQL Server. And let's click on this one. In case if I want to use the SQL Server authentication to access into the database. So here, let's try to do it. Click on this one. And we have to provide the login and password in order to access into the system. Basically, we will have the SA account, system admin. But here, by default, after you install the SQL Server on your Windows PC, the SA account will be disabled. So down here, let's follow some step here to enable the SA account for the SQL Server. Let's come back to the window authentication option and try to log in again. You click on the security tab here. You click on the security folder, and in the login, you see here, we have the SA account has been disabled. Let's click on this one, right click on it, and you click on the properties option. A new pop-up will be open. And next step in the password and confirm password take up here, I will change the password. By default, I don't know what is the password for the SA account, so I have to change it to another password. And I will uncheck the option enforce passwords policy because I don't want to apply any policy into this account at this time. Yeah. And next step, I will click on the status option on the left menu here. By default, this account will be disabled here, right? Click on enable option and click on OK button to secure this one. So now you see here, the SA account has been enabled here. So let me disconnect this one again and click on connect again button. I will change the authentication to the SQL Server authentication. Provide the SA account and the password we have just updated. Click on remember password button here. Let's click on connect button. You will see an error message. You cannot connect into the SQL Server at this time. Login failed for this SA user. So, because we have just enabled the SA account on the Windows PC, so we have to firstly restart our PC to apply the new change for the SA account, or you can open the service to restart the SQL Server service on the Windows PC. And after the service of SQL Server will be restart, so the new change for the SA account will be applied. After that, you will be able to log in into the SQL Server database instance with the SA account. Yeah. So here in this video, I will choose the option to restart the SQL Server service in this restart my Windows PC. So here, let me open this. I will open the window run. I will type in the service. I will type in the service.msc. This is the service window. Let me scroll it down to find the SQL Server service. Here, you select the option SQL Server service. The status is running at this time. So right click on this and select the restart option. So the SQL Server service will be restarted. Yeah. So here it's done, and I will close this services window. Come back to the SQL Server Management Studio tool, and I will click on connect button here. So we still get the issue with this one. Okay. Click on OK button and come back to the window authentication again. Connect. We need to perform one more step. Here, you select the instance name of the SQL Server and then right click on it, select the properties option, and then in the left menu, you will select the security option. Yeah. In the server authentication, you see here, the window authentication mode has been selected as the default option. And because for now we want to use the system admin account access into the SQL Server database, so we have to select the second option to allow the both SQL Server account and window authentication mode to access the SQL Server database. Yeah. So here, click on OK button. OK. And now disconnect this one and connect it again. So now try to access with the SA account one more time. Connect. You still get the issue. Yeah. You perform the action to restart the service again. and scroll down to find the SQL Server service to restart it again. Yeah, close this one and come back to the tool, connect. Yeah, so now you see we can connect into the SQL Server database instance with the SA account. We can see the database, some security option here. I will create a new database for testing now. New database, create test DB, and I will create a table, ID, name, email, password. I change the data type for this, for just testing, and save it. Yeah. Okay, refresh this one and the user table here. Open it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. And disconnect this one again and connect it again as a account. Yeah. And disconnect again and try again connect with the window authentication mode. Yeah, the same. I can see the same database as the SA account. So one more thing, I will select the tool and the option. I scroll it down to find the designers option. Yeah. So here we have a checkbox. It prevents saving changes that require table recreation. I will uncheck this one and okay. After I uncheck this option, so in case if you have any update into the table here, so you can do it. And if we still keep the default option, so after you create any table and you want to edit it again, for example, you want to add more field into the table, you can't do it. Okay, so I will finish this video today. And after we finish this video, you know how to install the SQL Server 2022 on the Windows PC. And after that, you also know how to install the SQL Server Management Studio tool for graphic user interface to interact with the SQL Server database instance. And you also know how to enable the SA account to accessing into the SQL Server database. Okay, I hope this video will be helpful for you. Let me know if you have any question. Thank you. See you guys in the next video.